Hi guys, welcome back to the channel here on Jared Gunson TV. On today's video, we're going to be doing something fairly simple. It probably took me a little bit longer than it should have to figure it all out. But this is how to set up carryover on your GX-100 from Boss. All right, so let me give you a quick demonstration of what it is. So as you can tell, we're getting, when we jump from clean to overdrive to distortion to solo, our delays are kept intact. And now how do we do that? I'm now on the crunch channel, which sounds like this. And the effect that we want to carry over is your delays. You'll notice in all of these, sorry, there you go. In all the delays and reverbs, you'll see this little toggle here, which is carryover. You're going to want that on. You're going to want that on. And so forth and so on. That's step number one. Step number two is getting this from the start, from the wah all the way to the very last effect. You have to copy exactly the same effects blocks. I must just double check one thing because I remember having an issue if the amp wasn't the same, but I'm not sure if that is the case. But even if you don't use the block, you can turn it off, like you can see I've done here on some of these. You can turn off that block, but it must still sit in the same area as in all your patches. So when you make a patch that you're happy with, just copy that over to your next one, just turn everything off, and then start designing your next sound. Let's have a look here. This is Xmod, and this is clean. So just for the sake of this demo, I'm going to change this to JC120. Then I'm going to hit save. And then I just want to see if it still does the same thing. You hear there, it stops. Stops on the clean. That's probably the kind of sound that you're all going to be used to getting, where you get this, and then it dies. Like that. You hear that instant death of your reverb trails and all that. That's why it is so important. We're going to go back to the clean, and we're going to change that amp back to Xmod. Now, like I said, this amp is off, but somehow it still seems to affect the trail. Delay. There you go. We got it working again. What I recommend you do is, if you're not going to be using this amp in your clean tones, if you're going to be using a clean amp and a different amp for your drive, just have two amp blocks and just turn the one off that you're not going to use and turn it on. But just make sure that your preamp type is identical in both, if that makes any sense. So for example, if on my clean I wanted to run, you know, a natural amp or whatever, I would then save it like this. So I'd have my natural and my Xmod. And then when you go into your next patch, I would now have this, but then I would have to insert my natural, but then turn it off, if that makes sense. That should pretty much sort that out for you guys, I think. If it doesn't work, let me know, and then I'll have to do some more experimenting. But that is how you get seamless and beautiful sounding carryover. I think where it stumped me was having to have the amp type the same on everything. So the only solution I can think of is if you use more than one amp type, you're going to have to use more than one amp type on all the patches where you want your carryover to be present. Cool, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Hope that helped. Cheers.